Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the CSBA. I am Dalton, joined in the booth once again with Aaron. Aaron, let me get something different on the table for you. We already know how you're doing. Give me quick 2 seconds. Who wins this matchup and what's the score?
Michigan wins 80-79.
80-79. Somebody put that in chat. Somebody put that in chat in writing. 80-79. Michigan is the prediction from my booth partner. I will just inadvertently not even answer my own question and just get right into the matchup and just put you on the hot seat.
Don't put this on me.
Well, it's looking like Texas Tech is coming out here to hoop. Tyler Deathridge miss turns into a O'Houlihan offensive board. Back up, no good. I say Deathridge miss? A Houlihan miss. But another offensive board for Murphy, and he'll go to the line. How do you feel about these Michigan jerseys?
I mean, they're all right. You know, I don't think they're necessarily going to win any design awards, but I can kind of dig the iconography they're going with.
What was that word?
Iconography.
Can you spell that for me? I don't think I've ever heard that word a day in my life. Not even sure what it means, but using context clues. Yeah.
I get the look they're going for. let me simplify it.
Well,
put it in layman's term.
It's the Fab Five jerseys. It's a nod to the old Fab Five, you know, with Chris Webber and Jalen Rose and the old Michigan team. But I rock with them, and obviously Michigan's got a status to hold up, especially being your back-to-back champion. So number 3 Michigan coming into this matchup. Not winners of the Big Ten. They lost to Illinois in the semis. We talked about that last matchup, or last game rather. But 8-2 on the season. Your back-to-back champions, as I mentioned, season 5 and season 6. Looking to make it a three-peat, but they got to get through the Red Raiders first.
Yeah, and I mean both of their championship runs came from the 3 seed, so the 3rd seed here for Michigan has proven to be lucky thus far. We'll have to see if that trend continues or if Texas Tech going to be the one to put an end to the streak of the Michigan Wolverines. Yeah,
it is a very interesting stat. Whenever selection show was happening, I saw somebody in chat say, "No way, they're a 3 seed again," and I immediately went back and looked at the previous tournaments and noticed that they had been 3 seeds in both as well. So yeah, looking to repeat history, or should I say three-peat history? There's a little huzzah moment for you, but tied at 2-2, expecting a close game. Texas Tech is definitely nothing to shrug off. 9-2 on the season, and the Big 12 champs. They defeated Baylor 91-71, so not even a close game. Held the Bears to 71 points and almost put up the 100 in the championship game, which is very impressive.
Yeah. Prior to that bucket by CJ Mack, the only points scored by free throws in this game so far.
Yeah, finally, a minute and 10 seconds in, we have a field goal made. Notice somebody in chat said, love an early foul game. I could feel the sarcasm, but how about that? A good 3 off of the off-ball screen left Michigan wide open. I believe this is the first Michigan game I've casted too, so that's cool. That's
so far.
Do. Are you good? All good? You back in?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good. I never left.
That is there a ghost in here? is Bjorn Johansson in the call right now?
Something like that. Something like that.
Oh, it's Dicky. It's Dicky. Okay. I was confused, yo. I was like, oh my goodness. All right, that makes sense. My fault. But that's a tough foul going to be called on Murphy. I still need to know, is there any correlation to Patches O'Houlihan, Murphy, in the chat? Let me know, man, because Patches O'Houlihan, obviously a legendary character in the movie Dodgeball. So, just wanted to get a quick clarification on that. First free throw is good. We already got the conspiracy in the chat saying Dicky watching his own game from the booth. Sus. What were you gonna say?
Listen, I was gonna say O'Houlihan coming out after that foul as D'Angelo ties it up with that free throw, gives now Michigan a 1-point lead.
Yeah, Michigan up, finding themselves up by 1 point, but Deathridge, the lob, Tyler able to knock that down, finish it strong.
Etheridge, part of a trifecta of seniors here for Texas Tech, alongside Bobby Jackson at shooting guard and Stanley Steamer, the backup centers here for Texas Tech.
And the only senior for Michigan, Jack Knopf. How do you pronounce that? Because I'm just going to, you know what I'm going to say.
I know what you're going to say.
Jack Knopf?
Jack Knopf would be the appropriate pronunciation.
Well, that's what we're going to roll with. Me being mature for once. Imagine. Jack Knopf, the only senior for this Michigan team. So 90% of the team will be returning. Granted, any transfers. But you mentioned it, a nice senior squad for Texas Tech, and a huge reason why they are where they are and where they stand. But we'll get into the players to watch during the next timeout. A guy that's not a senior, CJ Mack, has his fingerprints all over this game. You saw him make a shot earlier. No good on that one, though.
Yeah, also, Michigan, a very young team, only a handful of players returning from that championship squad. They do have a trio of freshmen here, does Michigan, in Nasir Ali, AJ Jacobs, and Hanzo Hisashi.
Don Fletcher, a tremendous, oh my goodness, CJ Mack. We saw him with a similar dunk that put Josh Young on his backside during the conference tournaments. That one was a huge explosive. You see him doing the no way that's allowed in the CSBA. Come on. How am I supposed to be mature when that's a celebration?
Very, very carefully, my friend.
Well, I was gonna say before CJ Mack just completely derailed my thought train. Don Fletcher, a 63% three-point shooter, missing 2 back-to-back. On the other side, we're gonna get another foul call. So the whistle's definitely working here in the first quarter. As you see, Jack Knopf is going to go to the line for 2 free throws.
I was asking, Dickey had no influence on the game whatsoever.
Oh yeah,
was merely spectating and is now no longer in the booth.
Yeah, but it's all me, man. You know, I don't mess with the sliders. Unless, no, I'm playing. I'm about to get wired a heart attack. No, I do not mess with the sliders. I want to keep all my fingers, so. See the KD free throw routine, little shimmy. Knocks down on that one. For a big man, though, I will say, Jack Knopf, 58% from the field, 67% from 3, 95% from free throw. One of the most efficient scorers at the center position.
Yeah, it's crazy to think that here in the CSBA we have multiple centers. Yes, they're 6'10", so they're a bit on the shorter side, but still centers at over 60% three-point efficiency. Crazy. Absolutely wild.
I see a bunch of hate in the chat. You see Avery the Third able to connect off that pass from McKinley. Nah, Dalton, just commentator cursor. What do I curse? Besides, okay, here's Jack Knopf for a 3. Jesus, your center shooting those? I thought maybe it was just a couple, 2 for 3 on the season at 66%. But if he's shooting those with confidence like that, that is terrifying.
Yes, it is.
Stanley Steamer, get your paint cleaner. Terrible. Hate that. Sorry. Offensive board back up and good for Stanley.
The thing is, it almost worked too.
I hate it. It was ugly, man. As it comes with the job. You say something, and you just immediately your insides just
Regret it?
Yeah, your insides literally just turn around and just you just feel it. You just feel it in your body. But yeah, thanks for joining everybody in the chat. We're just now at the 2:45 mark at the first quarter. It's a close one, 18-16. McKinley late in the shot clock's gonna have to put a 3 up, very well contested, and Jacobs rising for that board. Yes, Wired, I am aware that there are stretch fives who shoot threes, but this guy here, Jack Knopf, is exceptionally gifted.
Efficient?
I should say.
There it is.
Gifted and efficient. All the positive. Sounds like I'm glazing right now, but I'm not. I'm just giving credit where credit is due.
Like I understand stretch fives, but not stretch five that shoot at better efficiencies than like 3-and-D point guards.
Yeah, I mean there are stretch fives, but Jack Knopf is a fantastic 4 stretch 5. They just keep coming, Aaron. They keep coming.
And they don't stop.
Michigan finds himself back down in the seesaw of a game. Still in this elongated first period. Sage now almost turning the ball over. Kicks out to Blues over to Hisashi. Knopf with the screen. It's going to be a fadeaway from the 2, and Hisashi gets that one to go.
We know Hanzo's a shooter. We've seen him good with the bow. Now we're seeing him knock down fadeaways like it's nothing.
McKinley no good on his shot. Kicks back out to McKinley after the offensive board from Avery to third. A little bit of a stagnant possession on the second opportunity. Machiavelli drives baseline, no good. Avery again on the offensive board. Kicks out to Steamler at the free throw line. He'll reset again. And once more, Texas Tech with an opportunity. Loose ball in favor of Price. Red Raiders getting all the breaks they can get. Over to Avery the third. Let the big man eat. .47 left to play in the first quarter. A wide open 3 is Sage from top of the key. No good. Avery the third has got to have at least 5 boards in this first quarter.
Probably.
I mean, he's got 3 offensive rebounds in the past 2 possessions for Texas Tech. Spin move is going to warrant a turnover for Texas Tech. Now Hisashi with another step back mid-range. Bang, it's good. Tie ball game again.
Yeah, Hisashi's proven exceptional with these step backs. The freshman really showing out here early in the first quarter.
Hanzo, part of the 100 Club, the only member for Michigan. You have to see him take a shot from the free throw line. It's going to be a tough contested shooting foul on Sage. That's a bailout call if I've seen one. If you're Texas Tech, it looked like the shot from Don Machiavelli was just dead to rights. But they call a foul. We'll send him to the line for 2.
Yeah, you mentioned the 100 Club earlier. A couple on the side of the Red Raiders in Bobby Jackson and CJ Mack.
I remember Bobby Jackson, man. I think I was calling the game with you. There was a mishap where I thought Bobby Jackson missed a free throw. It wasn't Bobby, and then I got a bunch of backlash, respectfully. So, but Bobby Jackson still sticking strong in that 100 Club. You love to see that from Bobby. Machiavelli good on the first, negative on the second, and Texas Tech will take a 1-point lead into the second quarter. I want to take a quick shout out to everybody in the chat. Appreciate all 50 of you live right now. CSB on Twitch, the second game out of 4. Let me get y'all's predictions, man. What do y'all think is going to happen in this game? It's a very close game. Aaron said 80-79 in favor of Michigan. What is y'all's predictions? I'm very interested.
Please don't take my predictions seriously. I was under pressure.
I did give you like negative time to think about it. So Fletcher, saw him miss a couple. He knocked down his first 3. I believe he's 1 for 3 on the night. Flames, he said 84-75 Michigan. Interesting. Another miss from Michigan, though, to start the quarter. Murphy in transition. Does not look like a big guy out there with that movement speed in Jackson. You heard of the Fab 5. What about the Jackson 5? I don't even know where I was going with that, but a good dunk from Jackson. And a tough block there from Tyler Deathridge, able to rise up at the rim and meet CJ Mack. I'm just going to stop talking. I'm going to stop talking. CJ Mack is taking this game over highlight reel after highlight reel. Texas Tech shoots 60%.
Yeah, we've got some interesting predictions in the chat. 84-75 Michigan, Tech by 5. 80-78 Michigan, Tech by 4. So pretty back and forth as far as who's going to win this game from our lovely audience.
Come on, Ty, you're gonna plagiarize off Aaron? 80-78.
It's not plagiarizing. Come on now.
Come on now.
It's definitely not the Price is Right going $1 over somebody else's bid. No, I said 80-79 Michigan.
She took yours and said, hey, let me just, it's like whenever you cheat off someone's homework where you change one thing so the teacher doesn't recognize. No, it's all good. It's all love, Ty. That was a huge dunk, though, from Deathridge on the other end. Fletcher's going to have to put up another 3, 1 for 3 on the night, 1 for 4. We'll move to 25% on the night. CJ Mack, after a couple tips, grabs that board. Deathridge again at the rim. Tough take, does not fall.
Good defense by Mo Blues there.
And on the other end, able to convert for 2. And Michigan back within 3. The alley-oop attempt just not going to work. Pass was intercepted. But down into Blues again. So back-to-back buckets for him has got Michigan within 1.
Texas Tech going to start playing the Blues. They're not careful.
Yeah. Heard about the fat lady singing. Not sure if she's ever sang blues, but it's always a first time for everything. Pass into Murphy. And his dunk good.
I'd like to see Fletcher knock down another 3-pointer. The second most efficient 3-ball shooter on this Michigan squad.
Well, he's going to take them for sure. Already with 4, and we're not even math. We're not even 15 minutes into this game. Another tough possession from Michigan. We talked about the Texas Tech defense the entire season and how lethal they are. Only giving up 71 points in the championship game. They're forcing Michigan into some tough looks late in the shot clock and some elongated possessions, tiring them out. And that's what Texas Tech is known for.
Yeah, I mean, both these teams are really good defensively. Michigan only allowing 684 points on the season. Texas Tech 750, but have outscored their opponents by 200. Michigan is close to that. They're at about 190 over their opponents this season.
Well, CJ Mack is just rising up over everybody. He's already at 10 points a game, or 10 points a game. He's 10 points in this game. His average is just under 15, so 10 points in the first half. He's looking like his own personal dunk contest out there.
Yeah, CJ Mack at the moment is just a whole different beast. Michigan really can't find any answer for him at the moment. We'll have to see with this timeout if they're able to, piece something together to try and shut down the junior small forward here for the Red Raiders.
You see him here now on the graphic. Player to watch, CJ Mack, and are we watching him? We're watching him put on a human highlight reel here tonight, and on the other side, Don Fletcher for Michigan. Huge part for them in their offense this season. It's been a little bit quiet here tonight, though. Only knocked down that 1-3. Chaos in chat said, man, if Fletcher's your number 1 option, you're in trouble. No takes.
Go ahead.
That ball was sent all the way to the 5th row. Michigan now going to have to inbound the ball in a tough spot there in the corner. Baseline, Sashi kicks out to Sage. The names on this team are just immaculate. Sashi, his 3rd mid-range jump shot is good. This one not coming from a step back, so step back buff still in play, but did not have to use it for that one. A runner is good. Machiavelli, good for that too.
Texas Tech, their entire team has done just a great job really stepping up here in this one. I think there's maybe like 1 or 2 players on this Red Raiders team that haven't scored yet in this one.
See the rebounding differential, 20, well, as soon as I say that, 23 to, I already forgot the other number, 23 to a little in favor of Texas Tech. That's why they're leading.
I think it was.
You said what?
6, the number you're looking for.
6?
Yeah, I think it was 4 defensive, 2 offensive for Michigan.
So a huge discrepancy between the boards as Texas Tech gets another one there. Foul is going to be called on Blues. A smart foul there. Had the trailer underneath the rim wide open. We'll check out now.
The other Blues brother, Stack Blues, called for the foul there.
Steamer in the ball game now.
Admittedly, I don't know if the 2 Blues are related, but
assuming so. Just never mind. Price. I just lost my train of thought that quick. Price with a tough shot misses that one. So Michigan in transition. Jack Knopf knocks that shot down. So he's back on the scoring column, or into the scoring column, in this second quarter. Michigan still trailing, though, by 7. Defense needs to come up big here. Don Machiavelli just walks into a mid-range jump shot and knocks it down.
Yeah, Texas Tech, a whole different animal right now, shooting 66% from the field, 19 of 29 shooting. Michigan right now only at 44%, and possessions like that don't help us. Azashi gets stripped from Machiavelli, who just runs it down through with an open lane.
Yeah, the defense still proven to be strong and a huge factor for this Texas Tech success. Knopf is going to try another shot. That one going to be called a 3, but actually 0 as it was missed. Machiavelli corrals the loose ball. And again, finding himself easily at the rim. A good look again. So 9 to 25 is that rebounding differential. And that will not ever be a key to success in a basketball game.
Yeah, absolutely not. Texas Tech now find themselves up 13 on the defending champions.
You know, and you see the triple team over to Azashi, and it's going to force an error. Michigan stepping out of bounds. The big man, if he were a size smaller, maybe it wouldn't have touched the line, but it's going to be Texas Tech's ball with just under a minute left to play, looking to expand on their lead. You said Michigan gives up, I forget the number, but 600 or something around there, points all season?
684.
Yeah, Texas Tech may put up the most points they've seen all season in this one. You see Machiavelli is just absolutely going AWOL in this game. I don't know his total play number, but
it's not the term, my friend.
AWOL? That's not the term?
No, Machiavelli is definitely not absent without leave. He's very much here and very much in charge of this bench unit. Yes.
Oh. You learn something new every day. Appreciate you, brother.
Not a problem.
AWOL, I did not. I thought it was just like going crazy. As soon as we give him props, though, we gotta touch on some of his flaws. Missing the free throw is Don Machiavelli. I mean, shooting 86% from the free throw. Only missed 2 all season, that being his 3rd miss. He makes the second one, though, so the lead up to 14. Chance to go 2 for 1 here for Michigan.
Machiavelli, a leader for this Texas Tech team is gets called for reach and foul. There is the ref's got to track all the way to the other end of the court to retrieve the ball.
Okay, so I take back what I said. The most points put up against Michigan this season is 91. And that was an Iowa team that beat them. One of the two losses for Michigan. And I'm seeing here that Michigan beat West Virginia 102-39.
It really do be like that sometimes.
Am I reading that right? Is that not a typo? Is that the
Don't
correct
think that's
stat?
a typo. I think that's the correct stat line.
Jesus. I want to go back and listen to that game. I believe that was before my time here in the CSBA. McKinley with a foot scratcher. He brought that one all the way down to his feet. Sashi's going to have to force one up. No good on that one. Texas Tech's going to take a 16-point lead heading into halftime on the back-to-back champions, Michigan. Break it down for us, Aaron.
Yeah, I mean, Texas Tech has just looked like the overall more complete team so far in this one. Their starting unit being somewhat heavily carried by the likes of CJ Mack, while Don Machiavelli, the freshman shooting guard, is really coming alive here for the bench unit for the Red Raiders. The Wolverines just haven't really found a way to match Texas Tech defensively. The Red Raiders causing a lot of turnovers, getting a lot more rebounds compared to Michigan as well. So as it stands, this is Texas Tech's game to lose.
I see B-Jack in chat saying upset alert. I'm not sure what game you're watching, but Texas Tech, number 2 seed, 9-2 on the season. Michigan 8-2, number 3 seed.
It's an upset in the way that Michigan are the defending champions.
Understandable, but Texas Tech is definitely looking like the better team. And I mean they've lost 2 games this season, yes, but I mean they've had the better resume. I don't know what else to say. Big 12 champions. I don't know. I don't really see this as an upset, personally.
Texas Tech, I believe, are coming into this game on a bit of a hot streak as well. I don't know how many games in a row they've won, but as far as I remember, they are on a hot streak at the moment.
That would be a 7-game win streak. Their last loss coming on September 20th against Oklahoma State.
Who are no longer in the tournament thanks to Syracuse. Haha.
Yeah, Oklahoma. I mean, Oklahoma State, Ohio State, Syracuse. That's the way my brain just worked right there. Syracuse shocked everybody but C-Web against Oklahoma State. We talked about it a little bit last game. Don't want to harp on it too much, but you definitely want to watch that game. Prime time coming up after the Baylor-Iowa game. O'Houlihan right off the pass is good on the contested layup. And Michigan is looking in deep water, down 18.
Yeah, in deep water for the moment. Again, we've seen leads like this evaporate before. Michigan just really needs to find their footing here.
Gonna try a step back. That's good. Good offense. It seems like this Michigan team just practices step backs and nothing else. I mean, everybody's got a step back in their package.
Listen, step backs and 3 balls. That's all you need if you're Michigan.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness.
And if you're Texas Tech, all you need is CJ. CJ for 3. And if he scores another one of those, this roof may be blown off the building. Another fall away from the basket's good at the free throw line from Michigan. So still connecting offensively, but defensively, Michigan is just not showing what we've seen all season from them.
I mean, when you got a guy like CJ Mack,
oh my God,
who's currently being covered by Don Fletcher, this isn't a knock on Don or anything, but Don is definitely more of an offensive guy. From what I've seen, than a defensive one, and it's kind of showing in this one. Is CJ Mack just running absolutely rampant right now?
Hey Ty, it's too late. You can't take your score back. You're stuck with it for the entirety of it. The entirety of regulation. Jackson in the transition. No good on his fast break jumper. Hale with the ball. Hale? Somebody let me know. Ali, though, tough layup. No good. Good defense there from Musa. Grosjean. CJ Mack now with the ball at the top of the key.
It's Hall.
Hall?
You know, I could be wrong, too.
Hall,
yeah.
Hale, Hallie. Hale.
One of them. It's one of those three.
CJ Mack has the ball. Three-pointer. Good if it goes, and it does. Somebody get the fire extinguisher. Because we got to put CJ Mack out. Oh, my goodness.
We need more than a fire extinguisher. We need the whole truck.
Yeah, we need somebody call the fire department because this is getting way out of hand. You see Bobby Jackson called for the foul, rightfully so. He wrapped his arm around the guy. But Michigan, I mean, you're going to need, they're on life alert right now. Down 23. They've fallen. They need to get up. Need a good possession here. Has Blues in the corner. Deathridge on him.
Holly?
Holly?
Like the
Holly?
Like the Holly, like a I was gonna say like the berry. That doesn't work.
like if you're jolly but Holly? He said bro's about to be a star in the mid-majors. Come on, Pax. CJ Mack defensively coming up here too with the steal. Kicks over to his man Deathridge, and oh my god! Oh, with the celebration too. Add the insult to injury. We just saw Holly Hale Hall. I don't even know what his name is, but Deathridge absolutely putting him on a poster. You're gonna see that one again.
I don't think his name is relevant anymore. That man's is dead.
Well, now we need to know it because we need to alert the next of kin. That was absolutely.
I need to put his obituary together.
Yeah, he met his Deathridge for sure. Man, love to play on words. Fletcher back in the game now for Michigan. An easy layup there, splitting the defense. And Texas Tech, they didn't like that. They're going to call timeout.
J-Mac has 16 points.
Amir said, I bought wings and pizza for this game. Well, luckily you got another heavyweight bout. Baylor and Iowa coming up next. And if that doesn't tickle your fancy, then you got Syracuse and Miami coming up after that. So leave the pizza for later. Eat the wings now. I hope they're lemon pepper, because if not, you need help. Bobby Jackson kicks down to CJ Mack. He's going to see a double team, rightfully so, over to Grosjean. He knocked down his first one. That one no good. O'Houlihan on the offensive board kicks out to Jackson again. Has CJ Mack. The alley-oop. No, it's interrupted. That surely would have put this one out of reach. Blues down low, missing a layup, and it is getting ugly for Michigan.
Yeah, Dante D'Angelo, the savior of that alley-oop last possession, was able to knock away the lob. This time, though, CJ Mack is just going to go straight through. It doesn't matter who's there.
Yeah, he is the hottest player on the court, and I don't mean looks. He is incredibly on right now for Texas Tech. TD, go ahead.
They're hot buffalo wings,
They're
not
hot?
lemon pepper.
Exactly
Hot
how you're
buffalo.
supposed to eat buffalo wings.
I mean, it's not wrong.
He's not wrong. Did he say buffalo? I didn't think he said buffalo. He just said, I got pizza and wings.
Well, now we know they're buffalo wings. All right.
Welcome where? How is this happening? CJ Mack is how this is happening. He's
and Don Machiavelli. Don't forget Don Machiavelli.
Machiavelli had like an 8 to 10 point run in by himself. And then CJ Mack is flirting with 20 points already in this game. And Michigan just can't hit, as you see, 38 points. That's not going to beat even West Virginia. Sorry, West Virginia, but another foul call for Texas Tech, though. We saw the whistles kind of die down in the second quarter, picking up a little bit more in the third. Michigan back at the line.
Leads 25 right now in favor of Texas Tech. Pretty sure that's the biggest lead we've seen the entirety of this Sweet 16 so far.
Sounds good, yeah. That sounds right. Don't fact check us though.
I don't watch half of these games because I'm busy doing other things.
Well, Murphy O'Houlihan is 6th in blocks, and it's proving to be a detrimental factor. As I mean, he's close to fouling out in this game.
Yeah, we see O'Houlihan on the bench now, being replaced by Stanley Steamer, I believe.
Murphy, can you give me an answer to my question earlier? Since you're in chat now, are you kin to Patches O'Houlihan, or am I just making that storyline up myself? Nice block there from Jack Knopf. Sashi kicks over to Sage in the corner. His 3, that's good. Uh-oh.
Signs of life.
There's a heartbeat.
Maybe.
Yeah, there's a heartbeat in this Michigan team. Wolverines, they're known to come out in the night, so maybe they're waiting for the last moment. Machiavelli double teamed, kicks down to Price, wide open down low until Hasashi has something to say about it. Machiavelli over to McKinley, back over to Machiavelli. The shot clock resets some reason to 24.
I believe that Michigan had possession for a very, very short amount of time.
Got you. Well, the guy that just got absolutely dunked on kicks over to Jacob, and he's going to take a layup from the free throw line. What the?
Listen, if it works, it works.
Hey, yeah, you're right. 19-point game now, so after this little run that Michigan's on, they're still down a huge amount. Price top of the key. He's not going to find a shot that he likes. Spins into a turnover again. So Michigan coming alive in this quarter, but it's not going to be called a foul. It's going to push Sage out of bounds. Texas Tech ball.
Sometimes I swear these refs might be on a little something.
Yeah, that was a clear blocking foul, but the refs batting an eye there. Machiavelli, a little bit colder to start this second half. Knopf is called for his first foul, and you see Jacobs with a little twerk down there, giving the camera a little action. Super Gremlin said, back to normal Dawn. That's rude. A miss coming from Texas Tech, so their entire game is falling apart in this third quarter. Granted, they had a large lead to play around with, but it is being decimated very quickly. This one to extend it back to 20. BJ said, me and the refs had a smoke session before the game. Makes sense. We see more tampering in the chat, man. We got to get this one. We got to get this all wrapped up, man.
It's not tampering. It's just a little early recruitment. Just, you know, giving recruits some insight into what's out there.
Fair enough. Michigan knocks down a 3 on the other end. A chance here to get another stop late into the shot clock is Texas Tech. They're just going to leave Don Machiavelli open for Mitty, and I don't know what happened there, but not good for Michigan.
What's going on with Michigan right now is CJ Mack and Don Machiavelli are unstoppable.
And Tyler Deathridge just killed a man.
That too.
Sage has hit his last 2, though, so a 14-6 run. You wouldn't see it, though, on the scoreboard because they're still down 17, but, I mean, one more of these runs or, you know, continue this one for another 4 minutes, and you're going to find yourself back in this game.
Yeah, Michigan starting to finally chip away at this Texas Tech lead. Finally seeing them clamp down defensively, and then that happens.
Yeah, Stanley Steamer just put jacking off on a poster. But a 1.5 second difference from shot and game clock. G-Heart in the, whatever you pronounce that, I don't know how to pronounce that. Just said the three-peat is dead in the chat. This one, Knopf, they needed that one. 16-point game.
wouldn't call it dead yet. I'd call it somewhat out of reach.
Well, I hear the Wolves howling right now. 16-point game heading into the fourth. As you know, here in the CSBA, we demand you put the fours in the chat. I mean, come on. You're going to break tradition now? It's been, what, a few hundred streams? And you think that we're not going to put fours in the chat now? Everybody's laughing at me for just now joining the CSBA and not even knowing what I'm talking about. But let me see your fours in the chat as we go over the State Farm assist of the game. McKinley's alley-oop over to Avery the third. And Michigan has a chance here.
They do. It's a slim one, but they do.
Texas Tech's going to start with the ball. Machiavelli still in the game. He's had an extended stint here. Had a little bit of a breather, though, in the difference of quarter, or in the changing of quarters. Going to still see a double team out of this one. Stanley kicks over to a turnover is what he kicked it over to. Blues picking up that loose ball over to Jack. And Jack is going to rise up over Avery and knock that one down. So here we are, a 14-point game. Texas Tech, let's see how they respond.
This is what Michigan needs, is to just keep this run going. Again, their defense finally kind of clamping up in the 11th hour here, as Jacobs called for a shooting foul there that I'll admit I didn't see.
Yeah.
But again, I'm blind, apparently.
No, I think I'm going to back you up on this one. I mean, Jacobs just rose straight up. The rule of verticality, I mean, is a very, should be a very well-known. I mean, you see his hand straight up. Machiavelli holding his back, though, as if he got hit on his back. I'm not sure. But nonetheless, he will be at the line. 4-2. He missed one earlier. Good on the first. I see Fletcher come back in for Michigan. Sage goes to the bench after he made his last 2 threes. So the Blues brothers in the game now together with Fletcher and Asashi. Machiavelli's second free throw is good, so the lead extended back up to 16. Just over 7 to play.
Yeah, we're really starting to get into do or die time now for Michigan.
Oh my goodness.
Knopf is Knopf is really trying to carry the team on his back here, but Michigan needs a lot more from the rest of the team.
That was an extremely tough move from Jack. He finished. Nice defense there, too. Machiavelli with another miss. He's gone absolutely cold. Back over to Jack. The tough layup. No. But he gets his own board up. No good. Tyler Deathridge called for the foul. And Jack and Knopf will go to the free throw line for 2 free throws.
Yeah, unfortunate for Knopf that neither of those admittedly difficult shots go in. But it is going to go to the free throw line here. A pretty efficient free throw shooter, the second best on the team coming into this one.
Yeah, that one would have been absolutely a statement for Michigan to get back in this one. I mean, obviously still a chance here with 2 free throws, but a 3-point play there would have put them down 11. So more swaps for Michigan. And Texas Tech. Houlihan back in the game now. And he is good on the 2, so 59-71 is where the lead stands. A 12-point game. Michigan still alive. And an alley-oop attempt over to Houlihan. Checks into the game with fresh legs and a lot of fouls, and he's good for his 10th point of the night.
Yeah, Houlihan really needs to be careful not to, hack away, especially at Knopf, who is still absolutely electrifying, trying to keep his team in it. The lead's only down to 12, so still a chance here for Michigan.
Yeah, that's a extremely tough bucket by Jack, and this is an even tougher one. Jackson falling away. Holy. An incredible shot from him.
Texas Tech shooting 63% from the field right now.
And Michigan's getting really good looks, so both defenses allowing a lot of easy shots. Well, I say easy, but Michigan forced Tech into a really tough shot last possession. And they still knocked it down, so interesting to see where they go defensively here. Nice defense there on the pick and roll. Kicks over to Deathridge. Has Blues on him. He's going to take a turnaround of his own. No good. Nasashi, there's a chance here to put this down within single digits again. Ali down into Blues. No, blows the layup.
That shot would have brought it within 10.
Oh, my goodness. In a highlight reel play. Nice assist. Over the, behind the head, over to Houlihan, knocks down the dunk. We'll go to the line for one more chance for a three-point play. And just like that, a 14-point lead again for Tech.
Yeah, we're going to see Jack Knopf come off, replaced by Dante D'Angelo.
It's an interesting substitution, to say the least.
Especially with the hot hand that Knopf had, especially in this quarter.
Yeah, Jack Knopf having a hot hand. Who would have thought that? Nice pass down into D'Angelo is intercepted though. Deathridge with another opportunity to put him in on a poster. This one being a layup, and it is good. And the lead almost back to that insurmountable amount with 5 to play.
Deathridge decided that one death was enough for Xavier Holly.
Blues had a shot there, did not take it though. Gonna kick it to D'Angelo over to Ali. You have to force one up here. 2 seconds. Tough contested midi, no good. Mack with the board. Grosjean now. Man, there is just a gust of wind coming out of my window. Window's open now, always. It's the vibes. I feel like I'm about to get blown over here in my room. Jackson backing down the defender and rising up. And ladies and gentlemen, the lead is back to 19.
Yeah. How do I say this in the most non-definitive way possible?
Just say with your chest, Aaron.
I don't think Michigan's coming back.
Yeah, I mean, this one's over. CJ Mack, player of the game. He's had a lot of highlight reel plays here tonight. I'm sure he's over 20 points. He's definitely led this Texas Tech team, him and Don Machiavelli. And I mean, you said it, I'll say it. I think people in the chat know too. I mean, this one is about 98.5% over.
Like, don't get me wrong. Michigan is a team that is capable of scoring 19 points in 4 minutes. However, I don't think Michigan is going to score 19 points in 4 minutes against this specific Texas Tech team.
Yeah, a team that's literally still on fire. They had one little run, about 4 minutes, where they could barely buy a bucket. They had 6 points in a 4-minute stint. But even with withstanding that offensive pause, I guess you could call it, they're still at 82 with 3.5 left to play, and then they're still looking to build onto that.
Yeah, it definitely stands to reason that with how Texas Tech is playing, we will see them tomorrow night against USC.
And Wired in chat saying, never say never. We've seen runs. The only runs that Michigan will see are open gym runs for the next however many days is the offseason. And not to mention the lap still run in practice for getting absolutely blown out in this game.
Also, correction, that game against USC would be on Thursday, not tomorrow.
Correct there. 2 seconds, CJ Max just got his man in jail, but it doesn't matter. Good defense. You can play as much as you want, but great offense will always beat good defense. Great offense will always beat great defense, I should say. Deathridge with a turnover there. Blues trying to get Michigan going. Kicks down to his man down low, wide open in the paint. And that's good. Back to a 13-point game.
Michigan doing everything they can right now to try and close this gap. That's not going to help, though. Deathridge with the and one, going to extend the lead to potentially 16.
Yeah, bad news for Michigan. There are no dentist on this team to close the gap, and it's just like it just looks like they're gonna have to suffer. I mean, Deathridge not even giving them a glimpse of hope. They, you know, withstanding the contact and finishing strong. Chance for a 3-point play here. This one to make it 85. Texas Tech is scary. I mean, if you're the remaining teams in the tournament, you're looking at this like, yo, like Texas Tech may be one of them ones.
Right. I can definitely see where you're coming from with that. I'd be more scared of USC. TBH.
Maybe USC's looking at them like, licking their chomps, but who knows? I don't think anybody wants to just willingly face this Texas Tech team, though.
That's true.
O'Houlihan, a tough block from D'Angelo. Fletcher's going to try a midi. That one needed to go. What the heck just happened? Oh, my God.
The awareness out of Don Fletcher to see that the bucket wasn't going to go and just dash in, grab the board, and slam it home. Where was that all game?
Fletcher missed his own mid-range shot. Ran after his miss. Not only did he get the offensive board, but he had enough power to do a windmill on the putback, on his own putback. That was one of the most impressive things I've seen in the CSBA.
Again, where was that kind of play the entire rest of this game from Don Fletcher?
I have no idea. It was missing somewhere in Michigan. But with under a minute left to play, you see the benches are getting emptied here. Deathridge is going to miss his shot. Michigan is going to force a couple shots up, some more shots, I should say. But this one all but over. Nice find there in the lane. It's going to cut the lead down to 15, make it a little bit better and a little easier on the eyes. But this one is officially, in 30 seconds, over with. Michigan, the back-to-back champions, not going to make it past the Sweet 16. The Red Raiders, too strong. Going to end the three-peat campaign here tonight. A little pizzazz coming out of the team still, though. So like to see them still, with some energy, not tucking their tails and running away with the loss here. But a big shout out to Texas Tech. They're going to walk straight into the Elite Eight. A blowout, beating number 7 LSU to get to this moment, and then blowing Michigan out by 13. They will advance to the Elite Eight. Michigan will be sent packing home. Take a look at the highlights. We'll go over these stats. All right, welcome back. CSBA on Twitch. Game 2 of 4 just wrapped up. We got 2 more coming up next. Baylor taking on Iowa and Syracuse taking on Miami. But let's break down this box score a little bit. Texas Tech really led for a majority of this game. The first quarter was really close, and that's where Michigan's only lead came from. But Texas Tech just running away with it. Aaron, what can you chalk up for Texas Tech in this game?
Points in the paint, definitely a big one, 52 to 36 comparatively. And the rebounds, out rebounded by 7 defensively, 4 offensively. That's 11 total. The The efficiency was just on point for Texas Tech. Uh, yeah, it was pretty much Texas Tech. Just it felt like couldn't miss at times,
Right.
whereas Michigan would get looks and they would just bounce off the rim or bounce off the backboard.
Right. I mean, you mentioned the points in the paint. 14 dunks for Texas Tech too, and whenever you're getting that many looks at the rim, you're probably going to convert on most of them. So 61% on the night for them, and even shooting 56% from three. So just a well shooting night to say the least for Texas Tech. But going over the box scores, man, you know the vibes. If you want to do Michigan.
Yeah, jacking off your leading scorer here today off the bench, 18 points, 1 rebound, 2 assists, and a block on 2 and 11 shooting. Hanzo Hazashi following up again off the bench, 15 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, and a block on 7 of 10 shooting.
Great game.
Don Fletcher, a bit of an off game for him, 11 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists on 4 of 10 shooting, only 1 of 4 from beyond the arc. Xavier Holly, 9 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, and a steal. Mo Blues, again, another player having an off night, 6 points, 2 rebounds, 6 assists, and a steal on 3 of 7 shooting. Dante D'Angelo with 6 points, 8 rebounds, 2 blocks, and 2 steals. Was perfect from the floor, though, so a half-decent game for him. Payne Sage, 6 points, 1 assist, and a steal. Nasir Ali, 2 points, 2 assists, turnovers. AJ Jacobs, 2 points, 1 rebound, 2 assists. And to round it out, Stack Blues with a rebound, an assist, and a steal.
And just want to take a quick shout out to Jack Knopf on a tremendous career. The league will miss you, of course, and I know Michigan will. So I want to give the shout out to the senior as he played his final game here tonight. But heading on over to the other man with the Nafro, Don Machiavelli, 19 points, 7 for 13 on the night, 2 assists for him. CJ Mack, you saw him player of the game, 18 points with 7 assists to go along with it. And don't think his impact was only offensive. 1 steal and 2 blocks for CJ Mack. And this is not a center. This is a small forward at 6'7", that was able to have 2 blocks tonight. 8 for 11 shooting as well. 5 for 8 is Murphy O'Houlihan. Did have the 3 fouls, but they played him well. 19 minutes for him tonight. Bobby Jackson, 11 points, 5 assists for him on really good shooting, 5 for 7 tonight. Tyler Detheridge, 11 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, and an absolute body, as you just saw there in the top right of your screen. Kai Avery III, 9 boards, 4 of them being offensive. And he had, I believe, let me do a little quick thing here, 3 of those boards in the first quarter. So a huge impact from him. Stanley Steamer, 4 points, 3 boards, and 1 assist for him. 2 for 2 on the night. 2 for 2 for Kai Avery as well. 3 points for Gross Jean. He knocked down that 1-3 from the corner and missed his other. Mike McKinley, 2 points, 4 assists for him, and even a block for the small guard. And last but not least, Terrell Price, 2 points, 1 assist, and 3 turnovers in his 13 minutes. So we'll take one last look here at the team comparison. End it here. Aaron, any last words?
Keep it locked here for more Sweet 16 action.
Yeah, Sweet 16 will be rounded out here tonight. Baylor taking on Iowa coming up next. And then last, but of course not least, Syracuse in primetime taking on Miami. So some more 2 seeds coming up to battle next. So please, everybody, take care, and we hope to see you soon.